Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be taking a look at J-Hope's new music video, Arson, for the first time. I'm super excited about it. This is the first I'm having the opportunity. It's like 1 p.m. on Friday. This is the first opportunity I've had to watch this, so I'm super excited about it. I do already have posted on my channel me reacting to his music video more, so if you have not seen that and want to go check that out, I'll link it up in the cards above. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it.
Let's burn, 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 burn. It's done, 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 done. Let's burn. 내 열정에 burn, 내 영혼에 burn, 내 삶 속을 burn. Everyday가 burn, 멈출 수 없던 그때 그 시절. I'm burning low and now I'm body low. 명예는 first, of course. 인기까지도 내 스스로가 과열이 될 수밖에 없던 뭣도 모를 무식한 내가 방해 원동력. When I sweat, get a show, hey, what a different sweet, yeah. On my fit, on my legs, nothing don't get from my way. 날아오르는 소쇼, 또 이기는 족족. Beat it on the bird, hater, never the leader, yo, yo. 힘마저 좋아, cause be my fans, be my label, be my fellas, 가차게 다루게 all day. 합리적인 공범, 방화범, what's fun, 무서울 건 없어, 한치 앞서. It's done, 날 꿈도 done, 그 성과도 done, 내 할목도 done. 더 이상은 넌 과욕을 굽여 박수 칠 때 더 나는 개구먼. 내가 부르겠던 건 나를 위함이었어. 세상이 타오를 줄 누가 알았겠어. 잠시 시킬 때든 본인의 흔적들이 보여. 그게 너무 개불심한 방화였단 걸. 아우 씨 뜨겁단 꽉게 또 잡게 내 이름은 갑작 무서운 사태. Nobody get, nobody stop. 시키 부르 끝에 오직 나만이 가능해. 어떤 내 Spider-Man. 진압해도 저처럼 모두 매기를 거라고 터봤어. 한치 앞큰 관문 필요한 나의 수도를 던지 판도 밝혀가는 한숨. It's done, 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 done.
So is he talking about being an arsonist? Sorry, that may have been a stupid sentence that I just said. So here's the thing. I did like that, and I love, one of the things that I love about the rappers of BTS is they are not boring whatsoever. There are so many rappers that, I'm not necessarily gonna say just here in the United States or here, you know, out west, but there are just so many rappers who they just stay like the same cadence, the same flow, like the entire way through. And it can sound like, well, if you've heard the first 30 seconds, you've heard the whole song, you know. But with pretty much all of these rappers, with RM, with J-Hope, with Suga, pretty much like you hear something new like every 30 seconds, you know, and they might then repeat, but it's like they might have like 3 different flows, 4 different cadence, like they make it so interesting. And so you hear something new and something that will make you go like every 30 seconds. And so it's really maybe even more frequent than that. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I loved all Soulja Boy songs. Okay, I loved all Soulja Boy songs. They were catchy. I loved them. They made me get up and get excited every time I heard them. But he's like an example of somebody who's like da 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 like the whole time. But that's just not what you're gonna get with BTS and with any of the members of BTS, and I just absolutely love it. I didn't pay as much attention to the visuals of this video because I was for once trying to initially look at the lyrics. Usually the lyrics are kind of secondary for me. I tend to like music for the actual music as well as the singing or the rapping, like what they sound like more so than the words that they're saying. I don't tend to go into lyrics and meanings behind lyrics. I can appreciate it and I can respect it, the amount of time and effort that's put into some like really great deep lyrics, but that typically is not what I'm looking for in a song or what I get enjoyment out of a song. But that's when you know, like when I start crying with a song, that's when you know that something has like really hit hard, is when when they're saying such words that make me actually pay attention to it and become affected by it. But anyways, with this, it sounded like one thing that stuck out to me, certain lyrics that stuck out to me, I think was, now I asked myself, choose what? Do I put out the fire or burn even brighter? So it's like, is he saying that he's at that crossroads now where he has to decide if he wants to stop or if he wants to keep going? I feel like at the beginning of the song, he was talking a lot about their success so far and about his kind of motivation initially, you know, because a lot of us, especially when you're as young as, you know, people usually who are in K-pop are, when you're in your like teens, which I think J-Hope was what, like 18 when they formed. It's like usually when you're at a young age, which is why a lot of like athletes go a little overboard when they become famous or when they all of a sudden have a bunch of money. It's like, because when you're young, you think that, oh, when I become famous, that means I'll have a lot of money, that means that I'll be very popular, and all of those things. You kind of think about kind of the materialistic stuff, because that seems to be, especially if you come from nothing, or not even nothing, but if you just come from a place that you know, have had to worry about where your next meal is going to come from, or worry about being able to pay your bills, or, you know, if you're a kid and you see your parents worrying about that, that's kind of like what you want to achieve. I feel like a lot of times that's the initial motivation behind a lot of celebrities. Like, obviously you want to do your art, but you're like, I can either do my art just to myself, or I can do my art out here and get paid a lot of money for it and become well known for it. I don't know, it seemed like he was talking about his motivation initially. He was a little repetitive here, I gotta say. Yeah, back then I burned it all, saying how he was very motivated back then. It was kind of all like go, 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 go. It seems like he was like, you know, back then I burned it all, my passion, burn, my hopes, burn. I wanted it all. Yeah, fame came first, money, of course. Talking about with fame and with popularity and with success comes the haters. But yeah, I really like the sound of this song. It definitely, and he always has, like even with his Hope World mixtape, he has a very, to me, old school sound, maybe some influences as well. Like a lot of his stuff, this sounds very like late 90s, early 2000s. I think Hope World sounded more like late 80s, early 90s. I'm trying to decide how I would compare this one to more. I think it definitely has a very similar sound and a very similar vibe. I have not listened to the rest of his album yet, so I'm very interested to see what the rest of his album sounds like. If it's more of this, if it's more of this like grungy punk rockish kind of sound. I'm really interested to find out. For some reason, as he was walking up, he reminded me of Suga, and I don't necessarily know why. I think it was like this whole, I think it was this whole part right here. I was getting like Yoongi vibes very much, and I still don't fully know why. Loved it. So far, I really like it. Again, I like songs and I prefer songs that are like 3 minutes or under. I'm gonna stop rambling because I feel like I'm turning this into a really long video. So far, I think that I liked a little bit more. I do like his rapping on this one better. I feel like it has a little more variety. I feel like we get to hear a couple of things that we don't hear very often from J-Hope. He's not as much of like a fast rapper as the other two tend to be, and I feel like we got to hear a lot of that in here. So I think I liked his rapping a little bit better in this song. Not that you need to compare them, there's no need to compare. I just, in my brain, because they sound very similar, I'm trying to like work out some of the similarities and differences. I still like both songs, and I'm very happy. So congratulations, Hobie, this was an awesome song. Let's try to get that number and those views up for this. So definitely go and watch the original music video if you haven't yet. Even if you have, go watch it again. I will leave a link to it in the comments down below. It'll also be up in the cards. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.